Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. Notice, hear his word and believes him who sent him, right? Marvel not at this, for the hour is coming in the which all that are in the graves shall hear his voice and shall come forth. Now, here's the key. They that have done good unto the resurrection of life. Did you catch it? They that have done good unto the resurrection of life, and they that have done evil unto the resurrection of damnation. Did you guys catch it? Right here by John, inspired by the Spirit to give us Jesus' words in Greek. You see what believing in God who sent Jesus is? And for those of you who know Greek, let me show you something that in the Greek, and by the way, Jamal Muhammad White was the one that was responsible in making me aware of this fact. But he didn't know, Jamal Muhammad White didn't know how this is going to backfire against him because he's a Bible pervert. Let me show you what the tense of belief is, okay? And this is, we're going to go through it line by line tomorrow, and we're going to go through Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and then contrast it with Paul, okay? If you go here and see what the word for believing is, right? Here it is, guys, BibleHub.com. You who speak Greek have an advantage. You who speak Greek have an advantage. Click on BibleHub.com. You're going to see two things, right? Man, my eyes, I'm going blind, right? Do you see? You're going to see the word hearing, right? Akuon, akuon. Take your cursor, put it under where you see the letters V-PPA-NMS. What does that mean? It's a verb, present participle active. Now, what does that mean? Literally, the Greek says, he who is hearing my word, who is continuously hearing my word. Check it out. I'm not lying. Present participle means ongoing action, and you're being described by the action you do. You're the one who's hearing. You're the hearing one. Now, what I want you to also do, guys, go to that link, and I want you to put your cursor under the word pistuon. Pistuon. There is going to see V-PPA-NMS. Verb, present participle active. Now, what does active mean? Active means you're the one doing the action. Passive means the action's being done to you. Passive tense means the action's being done to you. Active means you're doing it. Literally, what the Greek says, he who is continuously hearing my word, continuously believing in the one who sent me, will not die. It's an active, ongoing, present hearing and believing. But how do you hear and believe continuously, actively, ongoing hearing and believing without obeying? Can I be believing and hearing his word if I'm not acting on his word? I knew this even as a Calvinist, but I was so blinded by Calvinism, I didn't see how this destroyed the Protestant Reformation principle of sola scriptura. This is why John 5:28 says, those who have done good will be resurrected to life. There's your connection. Ongoing, continuous believing and hearing means making every effort by the Holy Spirit to obey the Lord, which is how you do good. There is no continuous ongoing believing, continuous ongoing hearing and receiving that doesn't result in continuous ongoing faithfulness to do what he says. This is why when you read Paul and John, this destroys sola fide as defined by the Protestant reformers. Are you seeing it? So what happens if you don't continuously believe? If you're not believing continuously, actively believing and hearing, what happens? John 15, verses 1 to 8. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. He who loves me will obey my commandments, right? Every branch that beareth not fruit. Notice, these are connected to Christ. They're not false believers. They're connected. They're part of the true vine. A branch that does not bear fruit, God takes away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, that it may bring fruit forth more fruit. He prunes you so you become more fruitful. Now you are clean through the word. Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Now here's the key. Abide in me, and I'm going to show you the tense, and I in you. As a branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine, no more can ye except ye abide in me. I'm the vine, you are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me you can do nothing. So you got to remain connected to me. If a man abide not in me, here you go, Calvinism, which they try to explain away by saying descriptive, prescriptive, which I'll destroy tomorrow, God willing, by the mercy of the Holy Spirit. Here you go, once saved, always saved. If you do not abide in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered, and men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what you will, and it shall be done unto you. Herein is my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit, so shall ye be my disciples. Did you catch it? So what happens if you're not continuously believing and hearing, ongoing active believing and hearing? Then you are cut off, severed from Christ, and burned up. You need to remain in union with Christ. If you don't abide in him, what happens? You're cut off and burned up. How do you abide in him? By believing on him, by hearing him, actively, continuously believing and hearing. I gave you that. I'll give you one more. John 1, 12 to 13. But as many as received him, that's aorist, meaning past. This is a past action with abiding results, right? Anyway, aorist conjunction. Yeah, I have to go back and, may the Lord save me from error. But anyway, aorist means those who received him in the past. In the past, they received him, right? But now, watch what the next verse is going to say. As many that received him, to them gave he power to become sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. Now watch here. So they received him. He gave them a right to be children of God. Who? Those who received them, but are believing now. Here's the tense. Pistuosin. Look at the tense of the word believing. Even the Mexican, or I'm sorry, interlinear, shows you it's believing. So those that received him, aorist, conjunction, right? Let me see. It's a verb, aorist, indicative, active, right? Those who had received him, right? Aorist. But notice what the word believing is. They received him, but they're believing now. So it's not simply receiving him in the past. It's you received him and are continually believing in him. Pistuo Susan. Pistuo Susan. There goes my list.